You're listening to Cowboy Logic with Jason Forby, a message of grace and hope.
All right, everybody's good?
So maybe one more request. I almost got her talked into it. If you guys will help me just a little bit, I think we can talk Emma into coming up here and sharing a little something for us. So you guys, yeah. It's unanimous.
I have my whole life, me and my sister both, we are big scaredy cats about everything. You can hide behind a corner and not say anything, and we'd both like, oh, jump. And so, I guess it's been a couple months ago now, I was at my mom's house, and I had just got home, and it was nighttime, so I was getting ready for bed, and I was scared when I got in bed. I didn't know why. I didn't have any reason to be. I've never been in any danger there. I'm never really scared at my mom's house. And I was just laying in bed. I was really scared, and I didn't know why. So I was just laying there trying to fall asleep and trying to get myself to calm down a little bit. And all of a sudden, this thought came in my head that said, if Dad was sitting on the end of my bed right now, would I be scared? And I was like, well, no, because I know my dad would do absolutely anything for me. I mean, like, of course I wouldn't be scared. And then all of a sudden, I'm probably going to start crying because it makes me a little bit emotional. But I heard after I heard that, if you're not scared when your dad is sitting on the end of your bed, then why would you be scared if I'm sitting on the end of your bed? And like God said that. So I was just thinking, if I'm not scared when he's in my room, then I know God's in me and in my room, and why would I be scared? So I was just thinking about it. He's probably got 10 angels in my room right now, propped up in every corner, you know? So that kind of started this new thing of I don't want to be scared anymore. And I want to figure out how to be less afraid of everything in life, I guess. So I have a couple verses that I read at prayer. This is Psalms 27, 1 through 3. It says, Yahweh is my revelation light and the source of my salvation. I fear no one. I'll never turn back and run, for you, Yahweh, surround and protect me. When evil ones come to destroy me, they will be the ones who turn back. My heart will not fear. Even if an army rises to attack, I will not be shaken, even if war is imminent. I just thought that was really good because, I mean, it says he surrounds and protects me, and I just think that's awesome. And then I have one more. This one is Isaiah 43, 1 through 7. It says, do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze, for I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I give Egypt for your ransom, Cush and Seba, I don't know if that's how you say that, in your stead, since you are precious and honored in my sight, and because I love you. I will give people in exchange for you, nations in exchange for your life. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bring your children from the east and gather you from the west. I will say to the north, give them up, and to the south, do not hold them back. Bring my sons from afar and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Everyone who is called by my name, whom I created for my glory, whom I formed and made. So in that, he pretty much just said that he will do absolutely anything to protect us. If you just read, it says in the Bible over and over again that we don't have to be afraid at all. And then Dad one week said, instead of seeing the things that we could be scared of, start seeing the things that are there to protect us. So anytime I would get scared, I started kind of just imagining in my brain that there were these two big angels just following me like big bodyguards. And that kind of helped me calm down a little bit. And just think of how much farther we could get if we had no fear. Like, I mean, in my perspective, if he were to tell me, like, hey, go up to that random lady at Walmart and tell her how much she's loved, I'm going to kind of be like, I don't know that I really want to do that. And I mean, what if that completely changed her life or saved her life or whatever? So then I guess it's been a couple months ago now, hasn't it? Me and Dad got into a pretty bad horse wreck a while ago, and it made me afraid. I didn't think that I was, but I was very scared after that to ride a horse. I rode my grandpa's horse because he's broke. I knew he wasn't going to do anything to me. I wasn't scared of him. I think I didn't want to admit to myself that I was afraid. Then Dad had me ride this roan horse, and I knew he wasn't going to do anything to me. I had no reason to be scared of him, but I was terrified riding him around that arena. And I'm going to start crying again. So Dad has this little filly horse that he's been trying, that he wanted me to start riding. She's never been rode before, but she's calm and does absolutely nothing to me. She just stands there. So I guess a couple weeks ago, he wanted me to get on her and ride her for the first time. And so he was helping me, like, taking me through all the steps. And he told me, just step on her and kind of lean your body over so she gets used to that weight being there. And he was telling me this, and I was really struggling with getting over there. I wanted to do what he said, but I was scared. And then he told me, he was like, Emma, just swing your leg over. And I was like, finally, I just broke down crying like I am now. And I said, Dad, I can't, I'm scared. And he told me, he said, Emma, do you trust me? And I was like, oh, of course I trust you. And he said, this horse isn't going to do anything to you, so just step on. And so I stepped on after that. I wasn't scared. I mean, I was still a little bit nervous, but I wasn't scared of her anymore after that. And so later on, I again kind of got this thought of, if I trust Dad with my life, then why would I not trust God with my life? And why is he not there every step of the way? Because he is. So then why do I have any fear, whether it's a horse or a spider or whatever? So after I got that thought, the next day I went and rode that horse, and I was not 1 ounce of nervousness, nothing was in me after that. Then a couple days later, I was trotting her and loping her on my own will. Like, before that, Dad would have to tell me, like, all right, you can start trotting her now. And I'd be kind of be like, but I trot her with this horse. I was out there trotting her and loping her, and wasn't who I was, I guess. So I guess the point of the story is, you don't have to have fear in your life. I know it's easier said than done, but I mean, we can trust him with our whole lives. If I can trust Dad with my whole life, I mean, obviously I know he would do anything for me, but he will, but he doesn't have a whole army of angels that he can just be like, go catch Emma, or go catch whoever, you know? So I mean, if I trust Dad, why can't I trust him with even more? So I guess that's all I have to say is, no more fear in your life.
So I just wanted her to share that, because around here that we believe in the power of testimony. The power of testimony is that when you hear something that God's done for someone else, in the hearing of that, it's over and over in the Bible, says faith comes by hearing. And it said, like the woman with the issue of blood that got healed from touching the hem of his garment. It said after hearing about Jesus, she said to herself, if I just touch the hem of his garment, I'll be made well. She kept saying. So it's like hearing something that God's done for someone will produce power to have that same thing happen again. You got it? I mean, it's like, you can say it real biblical sounding, like the angel told John in Revelation, the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. The testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. What's prophecy? Foretelling the future, right? So the testimony of Jesus, that's telling what he's done and what he's doing. The testimony of Jesus is the spirit. That word spirit just means the energy or the power. That's what it means, of prophecy. So the energy or the power to produce something again, you see what I'm saying? By hearing what he's doing, in the hearing it carries its own power to produce that thing again in the future. You got it? All right, so here's what I just wanted Emma to share all that, because more people than you think, or more people than you realize, deal with fear. Doesn't have to make any sense. I mean, her logical mind was telling her there's absolutely zero reason for me to be afraid, but here I am laying here afraid. What in the world, right? Come on, is anybody? And so I'm just saying, you've heard today that just one word from God and fear left. And then another word from God and it leads to a whole nother degree and a whole nother level. So that's all I just wanted you to know today, that you can live without fear, and one word from God, I think, can all of a sudden fear just leave. Good deal?
Please follow and share this message. And for more information, visit srcowboychurch.com.